Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's the POK, Lloyd Banks. You're now tuned in, locked in, and Fuse on demand. Get it when you want it.
It went to my head, it's my first time to be cocky. I'm just a giant when I burst rhymes. My leg is humongous, it's y'all's verse mine. Stepping them out, I can't stop my leg like Robert Klein.
Lil Wayne was in prison in Rikers, and Funkmaster Flex said, "Who you want to work with when you get out?" He said, Andre 3000 and my man N9ne. I had no idea he knew me. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? It was beautiful. Same thing with the Deftones. I'm listening and they say, "We love listening to N9ne. We love," and I'm like, wow, the Deftones listen to N9ne. You know what I'm saying? They said the same thing about James Hetfield, said they like warm up to Einstein and stuff like that. You know, this is crazy stuff happening. And this album came together, B.O.B., the same thing. You know what I'm saying? There's people like saying they wanted to get me. B.O.B. said he wanted to get me on his mixtape, you know what I'm saying? But I missed it, you know what I'm saying? And people are telling me, so I contact these people like, "Do you want to do this?" And like, yes, let's go. And it all worked like that. Like, people spoke my name. It's like it just, they out of nowhere. Because I did a song off of my album Killer. It was called "Why You Ain't Call Me." You know, it was talking about everybody, "Why you ain't call me? I got all these beautiful flows," you know. And right after I made that song, everybody started calling me. It's a wonderful thing, man. You know what I mean? That's how the album came together. Like, people were speaking my name, and we contacted them like, "Hey, I thank you so much for mentioning me. By the way, do you want to?" "Yes, let's go." I got the beats. It's a wonderful thing. The whole album happened just like that.
That's what they say. To those who may say.
He's a Mental Giant. One of my favorite songs on the album, produced by Michael Seven Summers. The beat blew me away. He's a mental giant. He's a mental giant. Oh, it made me rap so hard. You know what I'm saying? Narcissistic, hard to grip it, dark and wicked, arch prolific. Mars with the stars, this is far lifted. Lyrics put the bar with the bar, scriptures are terrific. You know what I'm saying? Just made me go. You know what I mean? It's the beat. The beat speaks to me. You know, Dan Getman, he come to me, he's like, "Hey man, I got this wild idea. It's like the Wizard of Oz, but on acid and shrooms." I'm like, "Let's go." You know what I mean? From Kansas City, you know, they put the Kansas City, you know what I mean? It was perfect. When you look at it, man, when you look at the video, it kind of feels like it takes me back to when I was high. I'm like, whoa, that would freak me out, you know what I'm saying? They've been with me since 2001. That's when I first started peeping the juggalos coming to my shows, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know what a juggalo was, you know what I mean? And I had to go out and ask, "What is that?" And they said, "This is hatchet gear." I said, "What is that?" And they like, "We're juggalos and juggalettes." I'm like, "What the hell is that?" They're like, "Oh, you don't know? We're ICP fans. We love your music." You know, I'm sizzling. And ever since then, they voted me to go on tour with ICP. It was called the Wicked Wonka Tour. You know what I mean? And after that, I was voted to do one of the first, my first gathering with them. You know, I'm sizzling. The juggalos did that. You know what I mean? So once they love you, the loyalty is there, man. You know, I'm sizzling. You just gotta love them back, because they'll feel it if you don't. Playing the Gathering, I've been playing the Gathering for, I think this is like my 4th or 5th gathering, I think. You know what I'm saying? They're just such big parties, you know what I'm saying? I lose track, because back then I was doing big drugs, you know what I mean? Like, everything's bleak. I remember having sex in the woods before and stuff like that with some juggalettes, and it's all bleak. You know, I've been clean for like 4 years. But it's so wonderful that they love me like that, to keep having me back. The Gathering is so unique because it's like the biggest gang in the world. They're all over the world, not just here, not just in Denver where they're deep as hell, you know what I'm saying? Not just in Portland where they're super deep, not just in, where else are they super deep? In Cleveland, they're super deep. I'm talking about when I went over to do Splash Festival in Germany, they were there. When I did Sweden for the first time, they were the first ones out there. I thought the Crips were the biggest gang in the world. It's the Juggalos, and I'm glad they're on my team.
To those who may say, hey, hey.
this album together, all 6s and 7s, and it worked exactly how I wanted it. You know what I'm saying? I have songs on there, mashups, man, like N9ne and the Deftones. With it's called If I Could. You know what I'm sizzling? Had Chino Marino singing on it and Stephen playing the guitar, so beautiful. You know what I mean? I have Busta Rhymes and Twista and Yellow Wolf and cats from Turkey and Denmark and Kansas City and Cali and just everywhere, Kansas, you know what I mean, on a song called Worldwide Choppers, you know what I mean. I have Lil Wayne and T-Pain on a song with me and Calico called Food. It's so beautiful. It's B.O.B. and Hobson, you know what I mean. There's just so many beautiful mashups. I took this album and I brought all these people that people probably wouldn't think that would do a song with me, you know what I'm sizzling, and I brought them into strange music, where all the technicians are, you know what I'm saying? And the technicians are everybody now. I remember I used to do it separate, like, okay, it's the juggalos and juggalettes, it's the cottonmouth kings and queens, it's the metalheads, it's the gangbangers, it's the college kids, you know what I'm saying? And then it's the technicians, you know what I mean? But now technicians are one, you know, it's just everybody combined, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like people that love technical music, or those technical rhymes, this technical style of rap, you know what I mean? And it's a wonderful thing how this album came together, because I brought them all into my world, and I didn't have to conform to what other people do. You know what I'm saying? I did my thing. If the beat said their names, we're right there on it. You know what I'm sizzling? It's such a beautiful album, and I think all the fans feel the same way. I know the fans feel the same way.